And the screams from everywhere.
Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about the mastermind. Now let me get this out the way, this man is a completely moron, and he doesn't even know anything how the real world works at all. Because of standing promoting, you know more money for the people so you can have more children. No. Let's ban a website that don't do absolutely nothing to you as for the human race as a whole. To make this even worse, they believe banned SNFW will make people like me reproduce, and my response is this.
Fuck this.
Why on God's green earth would anyone want to have kids? They're no benefits whatsoever. It's just the hard cold truth, plus nobody want to deal with the headaches or catching something that can't not be cured. But anyway, let's hear Uncle Scrooge's opinion.
Russ Vaught, a co-writer for Project 2025, director of the United States Office of Management and Budget.
I am shocked. Shocked.
And acting director of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau.
Wow! I'm generally not surprised anything that comes from the United States is rather retarded people, especially people like this, to make it even more obvious he knows what is the problem he just choosing not to acknowledge, which make this even worse because feminism movement actually destroyed the norm that he's preaching about in the first place. This why keep calling people like this dumb, because it true that why.
Of what this guy looks like, this gets very, very curious.
When I talk about 50-year issues that we've lost because we didn't have the right framing, that's one of them. And you know, our view is we've got to have a culture that values babies.
I don't give a shit.
Oh, that's so nice of you, but I'm going to be straightforward. I could care less for your ideology nor opinion or belief. See, when it comes down to people like me who love showing evidence to prove them wrong. To make this even more clear, the real reason you saying children is control, not protection. Control by definition. And if we want to go in Warhammer 40k, what you actually do to this baby, but I'm not going to touch that.
And the life that's created and is focused on the birth rates.
No, the real point is, I don't give a damn.
It makes them a positive good as opposed to a burden. So, you know, we're always looking for...
It makes no fucking sense!
So in your retarded mindset, by banned legal material, will make people want to make more babies.
What the fuck?
That the most idiotic thing I've ever heard of my life, ladies and gentlemen. This how you make problems and not solve it. Anyone that has a brain will tell you finances, then not a lot of money, and the toxic environment, and we got people like you who ruin happiness. Plus you got females who hate men, a feminist, which don't know why need to spell it out for you. After they did a lot of things, men are now really cautious and stay away from the opposite gender will not. Really, they're going overseas to find their mate partner. Else so far you want more children in the world, but you lack the knowledge on why these things are a problem to this very day.
What's the immediate fight leverage point that we can win, and a debate that allows us the next fight to get more of, and than we could have. For instance, right now we came up with an idea, pornography, make it so that the porn companies bear the liability for the underage use as opposed to the person who visits the website getting to just certify that I'm 18.
So you want people to show their ID, which you're not supposed to show, that nor your credit card information. So far this is telling me on why you're not arrested. As soon this even started, and why should the SNFW industry be responsible for someone else's child? Maybe tell the parents their children. Common sense will to you old geezer that they're not taking care of the kid, but no, let blame a website that does nothing.
That's what he just said. That they wanted to put it on the pornography companies, that they're at fault.
No.
Trying to go after the companies and restrict what they're allowed to do, because all that's going to do is cause more red tape and make everyone suffer for it.
Yeah. True.
Pretty much it was just increased crime rate and the trafficking numbers. Basically, you're creating criminals from the ground up and making them more money, which people who hate SNFW don't really think about the consequences at all. They believe they know what right, but don't want to face any sort of problems that comes in their way. But let play with his logic for a minute. We get rid of SNFW industry and put restrictions on it. Now we banned all the game that will make this people want to reproduce. But as any delusional mindset, this will never work, and all you did is make people unhappy, and now at a lower chance of that happening. Basically, you just create extinction.
More problems for everybody with that approach. And people can take care of their own kids. Does this guy even have kids, by the way? That's a question I'd love to ask. He's talking like a guy that doesn't have kids, that acts like he knows what's best for other people who have kids.
Oh, hell no!
And that question could be answered with a simple no. I don't need to look it up at all of him. Let's be real, most of these guys never care about anything but themselves, so this people having children is highly unlikely, and if he does have a wife, she's probably cheating on him with another man, which that would be interesting on the news.
And we've got a number of states that are passing this, and you know what happens is the porn company then says, we're not going to do business in your state, which of course is entirely what we were after.
That's stupid! Use your common sense!
This physically hurts me. This man got the worst ideas of all times. Then know why someone is lost in this world. First, you want to ban SNFW so people can breed, which that not going to work at all. Second, children don't need protection, they need discipline, a good belt buckle. Third, how are you going to explain the situation when the population dwindles? Even higher sound like unhappy people doesn't make a good breeding ground.
A national ban on pornography if we could. Think about that approach, by the way.
Be gone, fuck!
So basically, you want to take away things that make people happy. Why I'm not surprised. See, this keep make me hate peoples even more. You're not solving the problem, you're actually creating more headaches that we already got in the world so far. I have no interest of reproducing with psychopaths that hates my gut, so this man better start backing down and walk away, or I'll make fun of him.
Guy's hard drive. These are the exact types of people that I have a lot of questions on. If they're that serious about getting rid of pornography, I'm like, what kind of skeletons do you have in your closet where you really want to get rid of pornography? That's really weird. Why would you feel that way about it?
That is true.
Human rights abuses.
You're trying to project your own issues on society right now, bro?
So that's how we approach a problem, and life is no different. We're looking for, you know, if we lose elections on this, then we don't have the ability to save babies.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Thank you for your pointless noble cause that don't mean nothing to me, and second, I know the voting system extremely rigged, so I already know you're a liar right off the back. Plus, who voting for all this last, we all checked, nobody told you guys to make decisions on your own, and if you don't like what I'm saying, then back down before you get into some serious trouble.
What? All done in the guise of protecting the children.
Bye, bitch!
Are a threat against the United States, nay, the entire world. They are a threat against our democracy, a threat against free speech, and a threat against gamers, a threat against media in general.
It's funny because it's true.
They've been a threat for a long time, even in the Great Depression. If you know real Americans actually did their history, you know your own government was responsible for the economy crashing in the first place and ran away with all your cash. Plus, our ancestors already knew not to trust these people in the first place. You don't need me to tell you it in the constitutional law.
Same people who believe violent video games cause violent things.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong.
Great point, by the way. It's like, oh, pornography makes you addicted to porn, or it makes you not want to have sex in real life, and that way you won't make kids. So pornography is by default bad. I'm like, wait, what?
No.
Let me say this clear, the third time it's too much of a burden, they're a high risk of raising, and no, not because you're in the age 30 yet about the environment is too hateful or toxic, and sometimes things happen. To the baby when it inside sometimes deformity or autism, and for a first-time parent that would be a heavy toll on you because you're blaming yourself, plus you got to make sure that your parent is not a crazy person.
Can't believe the owners of Pornhub are not already behind bars because somebody did something awful and uploaded a video to a website and they want to arrest the people that run the website.
What in heaven's name are you talking about?
I swear these people need to be bullied by me because there's no way in hell you blame a website that has nothing to do with it. Why are you not hating the perpetrator that did the crime? Like, this is some serious backwards logic that ever see in my life. This is another reason why people are not reproducing, because all you're stupid.
This is a very important screenshot from the actual text from the conversation. Right now, we came up with the idea on pornography to make it so that the porn companies bear the liability for underage use as opposed to the person who visits the website. So you want to get the business in trouble for someone sneaking in where they shouldn't be because the business tried their best and it wasn't enough?
Yes, definitely.
Of course, bro. Of course. You're doing the Lord's work. I'm sure that's how you feel about things.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
All right. We are almost at the end of the video, so let's just finish this in conclusion. These people are morons. They have no clue on what they're doing. They say things that makes him sound smart, and it does not sound smart whatsoever, and not telling the parents to take accountability. They want to blame a website that have restrictions. I will see y'all in the next video. Bye bye.